dysfunctional event. This section is going to be a couple of sections long. This is a drill depth to 18 feet to hit water buried strata. I am still fine-tuning the deep rock drill, which I will refer to from time to time in the video as a hydro drill, but it's a deep rock. I'm still in the process of modifying it to fit my needs, because I can do that to some degree. So this is part one, and I hope that you will watch the other parts as they are completed and placed online. Thank you. Using the hydro drill, we are getting ready to drill to 18 feet. The first thing we want to do is PMCS everything before we bring it out, which I've already done. Check the oil, check the gasoline. I had to add gasoline because there was not much in it. When I first set this up, I was testing everything, and now we're going to be drilling to 18 feet, and I don't want it to power off while we're working. So the oil is good, the fuel has been topped off, and I'm going to show you how to stick a tank. Using a stick, you remove the cap. You take your stick and you drop it straight into the tank and bring it up. As you can see, we have that much fuel, so that means we need to add more fuel to this. Let's go over the well setup. We've PMCS'd the pump. Tank is full, oil is at the right level. It has not yet been primed. This is the primer port here. This is where the water will come in this green line. It'll go out through this line here. Our fittings are all tight. Everything's hooked up. The hydro drill has been topped off with fuel. We have our plate. This plate right here is what's used to change stem. You'll notice right here, I hope there's a piece here that will wedge against the wall here. When you put the pipe wrench on this, that's my pipe wrench right there. When you put it on here, then you can loosen it up. We're hooked up here. The only thing we haven't done, we've got the pipe laid out. I'm not showing you that. You've seen pipe laid out before. The next thing to do is to fill this with water, prime the pump through the priming port, and then start drilling. This right there is my path out of the bore. I have a shovel ready to start shoveling stuff out. I've got a place to put the cuttings so that it doesn't make a big muddy mess. And we're going to drill down 18 feet. Now if you notice, my annulus is here. Got my canal right here where the water comes out, goes into my pit. And you notice that my intake for my mud pump is way over here to the side. The reason for that is when this thing is full of water, as this water's flowing out, it'll flow pretty good. As it flows out, more of the heavy particulate, the big chunks, will settle down first, and I won't be putting those into the mud pump and recirculating them. Right now I'm filling the mud pit up. This pump, it's a Red Lion, I recommend it. The Red Lion pump has a flapper valve on it, which when you prime the pump, doesn't allow much water to flow through the intake, this green line. The old one I had, that's how you knew it was full, is you would see water coming out of that. On this one, because of that little flapper valve, it's neoprene or something, because of that, when you fill it up here, any water would be running down this, and in this case that's a good thing because I'm putting more water into my system, so my pump is a little more primed than normal. You follow the hose around and it comes over here, so I probably have water all the way over to here, which is a good thing. Now if this line was just laying out on the ground, I would be losing water on the ground, and I would spend forever trying to prime the pump when it's already primed. So be aware of the way your pumps are made and that sort of stuff. This right here is a 2x6 with a 2-inch hole bored into it, slightly larger than 2-inch. When I set the casing, I'll be removing this clip, popping this up, swinging this piece out, putting this around the casing, and the casing has a coupling on it. The coupling will sit here. I'll put my next piece of coupling on because I'm going to need 2 pieces because they come in 10-foot sections. I'll put my next piece on here, and then I'll open this up, I'll lower it, close this, and then just keep going. Putting on new drill stem. I placed a marker on my post so I could know when I had the right height. I'm going to try to show you this. I'm going to hope that the sun didn't wash out the image. Up here at the top, right here, that's my stem coming down. My other pieces on the bottom that you saw, and this is how I hook them up. At the bottom I have to release it just a little bit and then start threading it in. On being threaded together at the top and the bottom, I'm now ready to start drilling again. So I turn on the water that's supplying the mud pump well, and I turn on the mud pump and then I turn on the drill. One thing to be aware of, when you break these pipes apart, if water starts flowing up through your drilling stem, it means that the sediment that's inside there is beginning to collapse, and it will actually freeze your drill head. So if you have water coming up through your stem when you start to break it, put it back together, turn the pump on and pump it until it no longer does that when you start to break it. The best way to find out is to use a small brush like I showed you before, that little catch, and look at what's coming out of your drilling samples. I'm shoveling the pit between drills. Much better. got a pitcher pump on here, and we've pumped down to where we're sucking air, which is going to be about 20 feet. And we're waiting to see if we'll get some more water coming in, and we'll continue to develop the well. Now, we were going for deeper, but we hit rock or something. Whatever we hit, I couldn't drill through it. And so we set the casing. We're going to see if we can develop this well. If we can't, then I'm going to pull the casing. It's only 20 feet long, and I'll backfill this hole with bentonite clay and the cuttings that came out of it, and we'll try a different location. The annulus is still open to the ambient environment. I'm getting about 1.5 gallons of water, which fills up about every 7 to 8 minutes. So we are definitely in water-bearing strata. The process will be to continue to pump until the water's running clear, and to pump frequently in order to develop the well and to get the water flowing. The gravel pack was, hang on, I'm using pea pebbles, got them at Walmart. They're very small rock, and right now I have half a cubic foot in there, or 14 liters. I'm going to put another half bag in there, and then after I do that, I will be starting to seal it up with a layer of bentonite and cuttings. I'll put that in about 2 feet thick, and after I do that, then I'll fill the rest of the way up about 18 feet. Yeah, about 18 feet from the surface all the way back up with bentonite clay and the cuttings. And then I'll fill in the mud pit, and I'll restore the land to what it looked like, and I'll put away all my toys.